This is the Sabir Bey Show. Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show. Sabir Bey. Knowledge over noise, let the truth unfold. Now this the Sabir Bey Show. By law, history corrected, let the record be told. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Know who you are. Status exposed, now the mind take control. Now this the Sabir Bey Show. No debate. With scratch, pull lips to end. Welcome to the show where the record get read. Read the record where identity restored and the lies get dead. They talk color over culture, condition their head. But status is the cage and the law's the thread. They called us black, but that label was applied. Not a nation, just a stamp on the commerce side. Paperwork before ships touched shore, before borders was drawn. Pre-1492, we had flags, seals, treaties, rights we was born. Sovereign. More is a nation, not a shade of the skin. Nationality. You can't own a people, you can't legally pin facts. Ignorance enforces how empires survive. Troll, but knowledge itself keep the people alive. Know yourself, this ain't rebellion, it's the documents talking. Read it, footnotes, receipts, every step that I'm walking. Proof, so listen real close when the truth get displayed. No debate, law over drums. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Sabir Bey. Knowledge over noise, let the truth unfold. Nah, it's the Sabir Bey Show. By law, history corrected, let the record be told. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Know who you are. Status exposed, now the mind take control. This is the Sabir Bey Show. No debate.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show. Say. This is the Sabir Bey Show.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
Welcome to the show, man. What up? So what's good, everybody? What's good? So let's see if we can make it through this video without me skipping. Okay? Let's see if we can make it through the video without it freezing up. Because I had to do some cosmetics work last night, y'all. Some cosmetic work. So last night I went to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was really trying to figure out what the hell and why. But there is a pull on StreamYard. So StreamYard has this thing that I pay for. And I'll get into that later on. So StreamYard, I paid like $89 a month so I can stream to multiple platforms. And it's archived. And I can come back to it later on, rather YouTube or not pull it down. So there's a lot to what I'm doing, okay? So I had to figure it out last night. Why was it going? And I hung in there for like an hour and a half yesterday, bro. Y'all don't even understand what my name means. I'm a very patient dude. So I hung in there with y'all. If you didn't see the video last night, go watch the video from last night. Watch the video of Codeba. And again, I'm doing a lot of short videos because I'm gonna start doing some lectures on all these things. I want to come out and do lectures, rather it's a university. If we get a black university that's not afraid to have this conversation. So yeah, I was doing a lot of work yesterday on this. So listen, y'all, if you're on X, do me a favor. You don't have to like me. If you don't like me, you can leave the feed. But if you like me, smash that like button as soon as you come to YouTube and hit the support button at the same time. So if you don't like me, leave. If it's pseudo, then prove it. So we are on TikTok. Everybody's coming in on TikTok, people. So come on over. Everybody's coming in on TikTok. Please stop saying we ready for today's edutainment. My sister, how about this part, sister? Could you help out too? Because it costs to be on these shows. I don't know if you know that or not. You do. You can support. So we are on X, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Now, I don't mind somebody disagreeing with me, but if you're going to disagree, I don't know. Show your facts. Maybe I need to get like my brother, Marquette, because Marquette is charging you cats. He said $400 for 30 minutes, nigga. Hold up. Let's go to Marquette. So brother Marquette said somebody sent my show to him. I want to know what I'm getting, even though I can't even hate on his brother. But somebody sent my video to him. Wonderful. Can you get up with an interview with Sabir? Listen to this. Y'all, I can show y'all this a billion times, and this will go over a lot of y'all heads because y'all don't care. So a brother shared my video with him. He said, you can book Mr. Burton for 30 minutes calling into your show for $400. Make this make sense. Somebody make it make sense. What the hell? I need to give y'all 20 minutes, bruh. But I can't hate him on none of that. I didn't ask to be on these dudes' shows, and I don't ask to be on anybody's show. So if you really about our people, then let's make this thing work. I can't even get $400 being on here for 2 hours. So something I'm doing wrong, my G. I'm doing something totally wrong. But Marquette is a new dude. He's a new dude that came out. But you got to talk that talk. And you got to pimp the people. Sabir Bey is not in pimping the people. So if y'all think this is worth $400, right? This 2 hours I'm going to give you. If you think this is worth $200, support it. Go to Zelle, PayPal, Chime, Apple Pay, Cash App. If you believe this is $400, worth $400. But Marquette said $400 for 30 minutes. But let's go. Smash that like button. Come on, y'all. Let's smash that like button because I'm going to tell you something. Y'all crazy.
6, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Can't hate on him, brother. Let's go. The link is up.
2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
Welcome to the BDP album.
Crazy. People come to my show for free, even though I pay $89 for StreamYard. But y'all come for free. Tell me, let's get the edutainment popping.
I hope you have a good flight and enjoy a new vehicle we're giving you.
We thank you very much, and we sure we will.
My name is DJ Kenny Parker. I will be your musical selector for the night.
Let's go, y'all. Edutainment, baby.
We have KRS-One on the microphone. This is 20 years in the making. G. Simone on the low.
Philly, baby.
Johnny Hustle. Predator Prime, what's good? Mondo. Yeah. Without further ado, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Hit that link, baby. Let's go.
Yo, Kenny Parker, what up? KRS in the
Guarantee you don't get nothing like this on social media, baby. Let's go.
building. Yo, these cats all talking about they run this and they run that. Motherfuckers don't run shit. KRS-One in this piece. Y'all want to battle? Let's go.
Say it again, Chris.
Yo, Kenny Parker, what up?
What up?
KRS in the building. Yo, these cats all talking about they run this and they run that. Motherfuckers don't run shit. KRS-One in this piece. Y'all want to battle? Let's go. I talk guns, I make number runs. Don't forget it. I talk guns, I make number runs. Don't forget it. I talk guns, I make number runs. Let's take these cats back. I make number runs. I talk guns, what y'all make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. They some hoes, watch what they say. There's pictures of their asses with price tags on eBay. Deja vu, the Matrix must be having glitches. I could've sworn I just smashed you short bitches. You need to look up to me, cause right now all of y'all rhyming right where my dick is. You
just lost and can't believe. This club is like Iraq, you the US, you need to leave. Battle Chris, please, I blaze 2 guns. Had your ass looking like Saddam's 2 sons. This that real shit, wow. You look like some kid that got gassed after watching 8 Mile. Now pull up your pride, Neo. How did I beat you? Did it have anything to do with the mic I speak through? No, but if you want to get far, don't think you a pussy. No, you are. That's why I talk guns, I make number runs. That's right. I talk guns, I make number runs. Don't forget, I talk guns, I make number runs. New York, I talk guns, I make number runs. That's real. I talk guns, I make number runs. New York, I talk guns, I make number runs.
Philly.
I talk guns, I make number runs. In case you forgot, guns, I make number runs. Shoot out, shoot out. Everybody wind up. You don't. KRS or now you fuck. Poop out to your face and your guts. Wave the Glock in your boy face like what? Y'all talk that junk, but you really all punk. I'll smash you and your man. Come on, double up. That's why I got the double pump. So I can fuck you up. You a fan of rap. I'm the man in rap. I'm looking for where hip hop's next land is at. You getting in my way? Where them cannons at? First thing you get hit with is a panic attack. Then you feel the steel of the gas in your back. Now you wondering why you even said all that. You could have left KRS one way in the back with his conscious raps and his old school tracks. But now I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. That's right. I talk guns, I make number runs. What y'all forgot? I talk guns, I make number runs. What you forgot? I talk guns, I make number runs. Oh, I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. See, I'm the same guy that spit out you must learn and spiritual minded, but y'all not concerned. You want to take shots at me and disrespect, try to degrade my philosophies, but no, y'all crazy. I'll watch your brains ooze out like crap. To spit out you must learn and spiritual minded, but y'all not concerned. You want to take shots at me and disrespect, try to degrade my philosophies, but no, y'all crazy. I'll watch your brains ooze out like crack jars of turkey gravy. God told me to slay thee, and I'ma get to it. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes.
Wind that back one more time. Wind that back one more time. You
All
know,
that, you could have left KRS one way in the back with his conscious raps and his old school tracks. But now I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. That's right. I talk guns, I make number runs. What y'all forgot? I talk guns, I make number runs. What you forgot?
Told you nobody does it like this. Let's go.
Oh, I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. See, I'm the same guy that spit out you must learn and spiritual minded, but y'all not concerned. You want to take shots at me and disrespect, try to degrade my philosophies, but no, y'all crazy. I'll watch your brains ooze out like crack jars of turkey gravy. God told me to slay thee, and I'ma get to it. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes.
do anybody know what book this is? You want to try to degrade my philosophy? Nobody brings a show in like this, baby. Nobody brings a show in. You trying to disrespect my philosophy? Let me tell you something. The science of philosophy, in astrology, in alchemy occurs in civilization. This is a danger to religion. So let me post this up here. Do anybody know what book this come from? Come on, y'all. This is the talk time, baby. I'm going to make it a PG show. I'm going to try to make it a PG show. Come on, y'all. I see y'all on TikTok and X. What book would that be? You think this? And it's definitely not coming out of this book. It's not coming out of here. Nor is it coming out of this philosophy book. Not at all. So, do anybody know what book this comes out of? I told y'all, we're going to have some fun. Do anybody know what book this is from and who wrote this? Come on, y'all. You can try to Google it all you want. Everything is not on Google, baby. I'm going to give you time. You try to degrade my philosophy. You can't do it. Let me tell you something. Philosophy, astrology, all these things is a danger to religion because you really don't even know what religion is. Most of the people don't even know what religion is. And y'all think that the Moors is a religion. Y'all some crazy delusional people. if you really think the Moors is a religion, you got a problem. So we're gonna have some fun. Maybe we need to go to Brother Marquette. Jarrell, do you know what book this is from? I'm gonna text it to Jarrell. I'm gonna show you the mindset of Brother Sabir Bey. How many educators we have in the cipher? Where's Jarrell? Let me find my brother Jarrell. Nobody yet? Nope, it's not KRS-One. I'll text it to you, Jarrell. Nope, it's none of my philosophy book. I told you, you can try to copy it all you want, baby. So maybe we need to go to let's ask brother Marquette these questions. Oh, you got it? You can tell them who it is, brother. You can put it up here and tell them who it is. They don't even know who that is. But I did a video on him yesterday, too. I did a video on Kodaba. But maybe we can call Brother Marquette and see what can I get for 62 cents. No, you can book Mr. Burton for 30 minutes calling into his show for $400. Nigga, like, what the? Shut your mouth, bro. Can somebody tell me what the hell is Marquette saying for $400? Hey, brother Yoel, can I get $400, bro? Thank you. That was Avaros. Thank you, my brother. Can I get $400, brother Yoel? We should do something at an underground bookstore. Who wants to sponsor a trip to Chicago? Any sponsors on the feed? Y'all got $400. We can make that happen. $400 or $500. We can make that happen. Because Marquette said $400 for 30 minutes, man. If I get $400 for every 30 minutes, nigga, we be good. We can do something at the underground bookstore. Shit. I know Yoel be trying to, he be going through it, trying to help our people. I know you be wanting to throw in the towel, brother Yoel. But if we can get a sponsor, I'll go to Chicago and we can do 2 days in Chi-Town at the underground bookstore. Who wants to be the first person to draw up the first $100 or first $400? Anybody? Chi-Town, where you at? We trying to make it live again, brother Yoel. Let's give my brother Yoel at the underground bookstore, brother, because he's like the last bookstore standing, brother. Real rap with real books in it besides Nicholas Brooklyn, but Yoel got it beat. So if y'all not familiar with the underground bookstore in Chicago, please support that, brother. And this is not a paid thing, people. This is not paid. So if y'all would like to have something in Chi-Town, it could be this weekend, next weekend. Let's set it up, brother. Be the first person. I'm open to go to Chi-Town. I told you, I want to have some classes in the underground bookstore and grab every book off the shelf. You can literally be at the underground bookstore in Chicago, and I can do a full lecture just being in this brother's presence of all his books. Straight up. So if you like to be the one that do it, y'all can sponsor that trip.
Old school tracks, but now I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. That's right. I talk guns, I make number runs. What y'all forgot? I talk guns, I make number runs. What you forgot? I talk guns, I make number runs.
Come on, let's go.
I talk guns, I make number runs. I talk guns, I make number runs. See, I'm the same God that spit out, you must learn. And spiritual minded, but y'all not concerned. You want to take shots at me and disrespect, try to degrade my philosophies, but no, y'all crazy. I'll watch your brains ooze out like crack jars of turkey gravy. God told me to slay thee, and I'ma get to it. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes.
Kenny Parker, KRS-One. You can't degrade my philosophy, bruh. So all of these beautiful people that y'all want me to debate with, why don't y'all set it up, big? Meet up. We can all meet up at the underground bookstore, wherever you want. It could be Chicago, it could be Detroit, it could be Philadelphia, and whoever's in that city at that particular time, we can go toe to toe, even if you have a PhD at ABC and NBC 123. Okay, so let's have some fun. So if y'all want to join the feed, let me share this with y'all. When you join this feed, you making history. Why? Because this will always be here because I pay for StreamYard. So before we get into the subject matter, remember when I told y'all I was doing radio for a long time? Let me tell y'all something about, and I told y'all about payola. Shout out to my brother Lance, man, because Lance and I was having a discussion about payola. I don't know if y'all know. Anybody know what payola is? Raise your hand. Come on the feed with me for a minute. Do anyone knows what payola is? Anybody? Can I go get me another cup of coffee before we do this? We're only 22 minutes in. Now, if you're in radio, y'all know exactly what payola is. If you're in radio. I see y'all on Instagram and TikTok. What y'all so quiet for on TikTok and Instagram? I don't know what this nigga, where's he going at with all of this motherfucking? I can't figure him out. Let me say this to y'all, because let me explain some things to y'all. Stay the hell away from me if you're not real, because I'm going to tell you something. I will test the hell out of you. I got a very bad temper, and I try to control it. And my children have it. That's bad. But let me tell you something. If you're not real, please stay the hell out of my cipher or my circle, because I can tell that you fake as hell, because I will test you. And eventually, if you notice when people are around, have y'all noticed certain people would be around me on my show and they disappear? You don't hear from these particular people anymore. Have y'all noticed that? Because they come around you because they want something from you and they try to figure out your weakness. And them niggas realize they can't get me. They be like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Sabir alone. So they bring people around you and in your circle or your cipher to figure out what is your weakness. And once they figure out, once they realize that they can't figure out the weakness, nigga, they move. He disappeared. Pay attention. Jarrell is always on here. I'm always talking to Jamal like this is my brother. We talk every other day, every 2 days. Jarrell, I talk to all the time too. So certain people I speak to every single day or every other day. But they also are the people that support this show, not you. So, payola. When I was doing radio, where these things are from, these are mini discs. These are cassette tapes, radio shows. These are radio shows. These are mini radio shows for y'all to don't understand this. These are Sabir Bey's Masters. You see that says 2005? These are radio shows. That's 2004. History of the man, I need to read. Anybody got it? I need somebody to reach out to me to figure. I need to figure out how do I get these things on MP3s or something. If anybody know, please email me or DM me, because I need to figure out how to do these. The history of the Moors. This is on WRD. Damn, 2005. So these are called Masters. So let me explain something to y'all before we continue. It's for all these new cats. These are all, and there's more. It's a stack. I just grab some and just pull them out. So those are called Masters. So payola, right, is that you pay to be on the radio. The person that makes the artist is the personality, the radio personality. Somebody like me. While y'all worship the artist, which if it wasn't for the host, the radio, the DJ, it wouldn't be no artist. Wouldn't be no artist, nigga. Shout out to DJ Red Alert too. And let me say this to y'all. Eddie Griffin said something that was so profound. He said, nobody leaves this place, talking about black people, clean. Bambaataa left a disgrace, and niggas are eating it. These so-called black conscious people eating it up. Michael Jackson left here a disgrace. Think about it. All these people, because you wanted something. I just looked at a video with Cool DJ Red Alert. If y'all don't know who Cool DJ Red Alert is, y'all should look it up. And I saw Slimy Dudes. I saw an interview with him and Lord Jamal. And Lord Jamal is not clean, brother. That nigga is not clean either. Trust me. Don't make me pull out who beat their girls up, bro, in this conscious community. But I saw this video with Lord Jamal talking to DJ Red Alert about Africa Bambaataa. And this is what kills me about black people. You don't really want to attack the real freaking issues. I told you I'm gonna make it PG. And niggas are eating those videos up, my nigga. So DJ Red Alert said in the mid-70s, I never heard of that. But when you have guys like Lord Jamal who was picking, if I know somebody's a pedophile, if I know somebody was playing with little kids, nigga, I'ma air your ass out. If you a nigga that's in this conscious community that beat up your baby mama or beat up your girlfriend, what most of these dudes do, and you niggas don't say nothing, you just part of the problem too, because you want something from these people. And this is real. If I'm wrong about anything, bring it, because I never beat up a female in my life, and I never called a female a bitch. But you know a nigga that beat up their girlfriend, but you are sitting here cheerleading these niggas while niggas talk about other people, and then want someone to talk about somebody when that particular person don't have facts. KRS-One don't know nothing about what Bam did, so he can't speak about it, nor can he make anything up, because niggas love stuff being made up, right? DJ, look it up. Cool DJ Red Alert said, in the presence, like me, I was in the presence of Bam. I don't know what he did in the 60s or early. I don't know. I can only speak on what I know. Oh, you follow me? If that makes sense. See, this is what y'all don't want to hear. But you know a nigga right now that's probably married, cheating on his wife. Oh, you follow me? Or beating up their girlfriend. Oh, you follow me? So, or playing with little kids. Any one of these cats that's in this industry, brother, it's a ritual that you go through. I don't want nothing to do with this shit, bro. Because y'all think that these entertainers are making money. They're not making money off of records, bro. They make $1 off a record, an album, my nigga. $1. So if you make 1 million records, you make $1 million off a record. Michael Jackson was the only person that was making $2 per record. $2 per record. The rest of these niggas was making $1. If I'm wrong, bring it. So I sat back and I watched this interview with DJ Cool Red Alert. Look it up with Lord Jamal. And you can see how Lord Jamal was trying to prowl into saying, well, this guy said this, and this guy said that, and this guy said this, and this guy said that. What about your background, Lord Jamal? What about your background? What about, look at their background. See, the niggas that you better look at that man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. Now, if I was beating up women, I'm gonna let you know. Listen, I used to beat up women. I repented. You see what I'm saying? I repented. But these niggas don't even be honest, not even being honest with themselves. I never beat up a woman a day in my life. I never even called a woman a bitch, but I will call a man a bitch in a heartbeat, because most of you niggas are bitches, especially you niggas in hip hop. And don't ever think that I just sit behind here, because y'all see me everywhere, bruh. Everywhere. I told you before, be very careful about me. I'm a very humble dude, but I got a very, very bad, nasty attitude. And I don't care who you are and how big you are. So if you don't like what I'm saying, hit the link. So let's go here for a second. So it's never, ever. I've been in this radio game for a long time, but I want to play this, but I want y'all to hear Richie Rich explain this to y'all.
When I tell you no money, I didn't make no money. So I was like, what type of shit?
Listen up before I get into this.
I used to fuck with them niggas. Them niggas showed me the real industry.
Let's go, y'all.
And I'll tell you a story. I put out the first record on Def Jam, Seasoned Veteran, right? I didn't make no money. When I tell you no money, I didn't make no money. So I was like, what type of shit is this? Because I'm coming from the street like pushing, I gotta have some paper. But when I met them niggas, I was wearing a presidential, you feel me? Because I was still hustling. So I had my first budget. I think they gave me like $220,000 to do the album. I siphoned 40 out of that, right? My homeboy had a studio. I told Def Jam I was gonna record at this studio. I took 40 to record at the studio. I went and bought that. I bought a used Benz, a S500. Silver. Took it to LA, put the TVs in the thing, the Lorenzers, all
that.
Yeah, recorded at my man shit for free.
Yeah.
Recorded at my man shit for free.
Finessing. Yeah, nice finesse.
Yeah,
Nice
like
finesse.
I told you, I'm the nigga who's gonna open up a business inside a business. That's just how it was. So I went from that. Then Russell and Lior, when they explained to me, I was like, where the money at? Like, well, I ain't making no money. So they was like, well, this is how a record deal works. You're gonna get a certain percentage, which is this, which gives you about $1 per record. So if you sell 1 million records, you make $1 million. But out of that $1 million, we gotta recoup the 2 video budgets.
It's for anybody want to
all the cars that took you back and forth
Flights.
to the airport, the flights, all that fat form shit we was giving you. You know, all that come out of that $1, right? So I was like, well, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this shit. There ain't no money in this. I'm gonna take it back to the block because fuck, I'm getting on airplanes. It was times I was waking up, getting on airplanes, Jack. I didn't know where I was waking up at. Gotta get the newspaper to see where the fuck I'm at. And I'm moving around. I'm in we used to go to because we used to play the West Coast. We used to go to what is that city, man? Where the niggas never had all the money for the show.
Janky promoters?
Nigga, they never, this is, man, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. The coffee fucking with me. It's gonna come to me. But what I'm saying is I'm hitting all these spots on these promo tours and doing these shows and I'm down in these dungeons. Yeah. Hey, it was like that though. Oh, it was on some Russell Red shit. Hey, it was on some Russell Red shit. You feel me? And I'm hitting all these spots. And it's dangerous. I'm a street nigga, so I can see it. Niggas in there with pistols and all the shit, and I ain't making no money.
Right.
So we get back to New York. I tell Lior and Russell, I say, you know what? I don't think I want to do this shit if it ain't no money in it. Lior told me, he said, let me tell you something about the music shit, Rich. He said, this shit is all payola.
Payola.
He was like, I can make your grandmama the hottest bitch in the country. All I need is 6 months. He said, ain't none of this shit real. He said, the reason we telling you this, because you a solid motherfucker. He said, so if you want to fuck around with it, it's good, but we just gonna let you know that ain't none of this shit real. So the Seasoned Veteran album dropped. Let's Ride was the first single. That's back when the music box was out. When you used to watch the videos, you call and do the shit, right? Come on. Nigga, I'm sitting inside my mama house, Jack. The music box come on. They say, #1 debuting this week on the box.
Crazy.
Let's Ride. I'm on. I'm like, nigga, I'm #1. I call Lior. I said, Lior, I'm #1 on the box. He said, I know, Richie, we bought the spot. Give me a minute, I'll call you back.
Get it?
This is how a ramen brand reached over 1 billion people without using social media.
In my opinion, gonna be
This shit.
That's how I go too, dog.
And when he said that, I didn't like it no more.
Yeah.
I didn't, because I really thought that
Worked your
people
way.
fuck with me because of what I did.
But you come from the authentic grind.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought it was real, right? I remember going up to KMEL. You know, when you listen to the radio, you hear niggas say, this LL Cool J, man, and whenever I'm in town, you know, I used to think that nigga was up there.
Nah, that's a drop.
So I go to the radio station, they show me this shit, they like, let's do some drops. Chewy Gomez in there. He like, Rich, can you do some drops for me? I'm like, what's drops? He said, just come over here and say X, Y, Z. So I get on there, I say some shit, I make a couple mistakes. I said, let me do it again. He said, don't worry about it. Edit, chop the shit I fucked up out, taped it back together, played my voice back perfectly. I said, oh, wow. So it's a piece of paper sitting on the thing. I said, what is that? He said, oh, that's today's playlist. So I grab it, and it's got the times and all the songs that's gonna come on. So I'm like, damn, so them niggas ain't really up here when I be hearing that shit. So it just was hella fake. It was a lot of fake shit going on, right? And it was fucking me up. It was fucking me up. So I take this piece of paper when I leave the station. I'm in the car. So I call this little chick, right? And it's like 4:30, and I got the list. I told her, I said, damn. I said, you listen to the radio? She said, yeah. I said, it'd be crazy if they play XYZ right now. And then that shit came on, right?
Yeah.
And she said, it's on right now. It's on. It's on that you just said. I was like, no way. I said, let me turn it on. So we rolling. I'm talking shit, smoking. I'm high. I'm tripping now. Next song about to come on, I said it'd be a fool if they play woo woo woo. That would come on. She said, you're betting 1,000. This shit's they're playing it. I'm like, yeah, no, I got this list. And dude, from that point on, I just kind of lost the flair for the music shit.
Do y'all get what he said? So let me explain to y'all how this works. Some of y'all probably didn't comprehend what he was saying, but I was at Power 99 one time in Philadelphia. Same shit. I was authentic on my radio show. My Silver Alert show, straight authentic. When I went to Power 99, I saw the list, nigga. Like, this is why y'all hear the same shows, the same songs in rotation, nigga. I can tell y'all, the same 5 shows is the same 5 songs are in rotation. So they can pay. I'm gonna give you an example. This is why most of these people that you see with blue checks, they pay for that. You think that these people don't? When you see these dudes that never did film, right? They pay for that. They pay for followers, like Tariq and them. They won't tell you that, but if I'm in the room, you're gonna understand that. I'll ask the question. They pay for followers. They pay for likes, right? If you go to IMDb and punch in Sabir Bey in IMDb, you'll see what I do, right? I don't have a blue check because I'm not paying for it. Now, when the blue check first came out, now remember what I told y'all? I did radio. No blue check. So I know about payola. I know about it. They can make you whatever you want to be, nigga. Just give me how much. So people pay for blue checks. They pay for likes. And they pay for followers. Y'all already know. Y'all can Google that right now. I think it's 14. How much it is, Jarrell? $14 or something like that. To get likes and followers. They do it on TikTok too. And niggas are paying for it. But the thing is, it's not authentic and it's not real. But y'all don't even want authenticity, nor do you want real. Fake Famous. Yeah, this is YouTube. It's an HBO special. Look it up. It's called Fake Famous. Look up this YouTube thing called Fake Famous. Now, let me explain how this works. Because you want it so bad, and those people can see that you want it so bad, you would do anything. You would sleep with a nigga. A woman would sleep with 5 dudes if that's the case, because you want it that bad. I told my brother Malcolm, it's too late in the game for me. You can't even bait me into that shit. You can catch a dude that's maybe a teenager or in their early 20s, nigga, that is desperately want that. And then what happens later on, when you try to talk about it, say, remember you were sleeping in the bed with that mother freaking nigga? Y'all don't get it yet? And this is what happens. And that's what was going on. This is what goes on in this industry, B. When these niggas are desperate, I never wanted nothing from Africa Bambaataa. But the one thing I can say is this brother will tell you if he was alive, and I can probably find old videos, Bam and say, yo, where's Sabir at? Remember what I said? I never wanted anything from him. But I did see him take care of people's children. The same thing Michael did. These brothers, they have to dirty you, bruh. And a lot of you niggas are hoes, bruh. You niggas are hoes, bruh. For real, for real. Because you don't understand the struggle. For real, for real. Y'all don't. I could tell you about... What's up, Jarrell? You notice none of them dudes want to talk to me about none of this stuff, bruh? Have you noticed that? It ain't like they don't know who I am. They know. Have you noticed they never want to talk to me? Because they try to wrap their brain around, what can we do? How can we do it? What dirt can we bring out on Sabir? Nigga, it's not factual, but if you want some facts, I'll give you some facts. Right? So the thing is that when I used to try to go get the blue check before it became popular, I don't have state ID. I have passports. So let me tell you how crazy it was, Jarrell. I remember because you had to take a picture. You have to submit something at one time, right? This is how the blue check went down. And it may be still like that. I think it's still different now. So the blue check, you have to show something, right? I think it was a newspaper clipping or something that you like did radio or something, right? And you have to show ID. And what you had to do, brother, you have to turn the front and the back around. I don't even know if they do that. Somebody got the blue check? Let me know. So this is how crazy it was, right? Before you can get the blue check, you had to turn your state ID front and back, right? Because I didn't have state ID, I had a passport. It wouldn't take the passport, right? Because I don't have state ID. Now I have a passport card now. So this is how long ago it was. So they was asking me for these articles or what I did and blah 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 blah. Now you don't even have to do that, nigga. You just pay $14.95 a month, nigga. You can get a blue check, nigga, and you feel important now. Fuck is wrong? This is too funny, Jarrell. But I said, when you desperately want something, right? I'm going to tell y'all, this is where y'all can go look me up at right now and tell me if I'm lying. Look up Sabir Bey IMDb. So I don't even have a blue check. I'm not desperate into this, bruh. So when Richie Rich was talking about that, I'm like, yeah, niggas called payola because they used to come to us to pay to be on the radio. Yo, how much? I could charge the hell out of y'all. So I'm watching the dude like Marquette and all these cats. They all doing the same thing to y'all. It's just not in me. It's not in my nature. But I should be, because I'm talking to Karen yesterday about that. And she said, Sabir, you can't even knock them. The audience that I talk to is weak, bro. Y'all just sit on this feet every day. Yeah, we're going to be ready for the entertainment. But if I just said, Lil, let's make something happen at the underground bookstore, everybody get real quiet. Everybody donate, because I can come to the Midwest. Follow me? So, yeah, man. But that's what that was. And let me explain some more stuff to you. I'm going to walk y'all through, because I could do a whole movie on the Moors. I don't know if y'all know that or not. So let's go to this one right here. This is how ill. And I had a conversation with my brother, Malcolm, about this. Listen to this, bro. And this is real. I live out here in California. Listen to this.
Danny Glover tried desperately to get a movie about the Haitian Revolution made in Hollywood. He went to every major studio. He went to studios in Europe, and he was denied funding at every turn. And the reason they gave was that there were no white heroes in the story, so they weren't going to make it. This unspoken mandate that every big-budget movie made for a general audience must have at least one sympathetic white character for white audiences to identify with has been around forever, since the beginning of Hollywood. When I think about movies like Green Book, you've got The Help, 12 Years a Slave, Amistad. I mean, the list goes on and on. Even Black Panther has this character who is a CIA agent, but is in favor of black liberation. Like, ridiculous. I really enjoyed Hidden Figures. I think it's a great movie, but this guy, played by Kevin Costner, he never existed. They made him up for the movie. Everybody else is based on a real person, but not him. So that whole scene where he goes and smashes the sign, the white-only sign on the bathroom, never happened.
We made it up. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer.
It's all there to make white people like me feel slightly better about the history of racism in this country. We can sort of self-insert. We can go, oh, I would have done that too.
No more white restrooms.
There's a cardinal rule in any system that is white identified, and that is that you are never allowed to make white people feel uncomfortable in relation to their own whiteness. That is not allowed. I think it was James Baldwin who once said that being white means never having to think about it. And in Hollywood, if you make a movie about black liberation that doesn't include a sympathetic white character, it might make white audiences feel a little bit uncomfortable about their whiteness. They might leave the theater having to self-reflect on our own history in this country.
Can't we just, for one night, just all be family?
It's incredibly, shockingly rare to have a movie that is made for a general audience that's about race or racism, but doesn't include a sympathetic white character. And that's one of the reasons why Sinners was such a big deal. There's no sympathetic white hero in this movie at all. And yet it did really well. But you can count on your hands, like the number of movies that do that. You've got Get Out, Moonlight, Sorry to Bother You. I mean, there are very, very few. And the truth is that being made to feel uncomfortable in relation to white supremacy is a really important thing for white folks like me. Like, being made to feel uncomfortable is a critical step in learning how to challenge those systems, how to become anti-racist. It's a story for another day, but I will personally be eternally grateful for all the folks in my life who dared to make me feel uncomfortable. It wasn't their job, but they showed incredible grace and patience, and I'm a better person today because I was made to feel uncomfortable back then. So we need more movies that make white people feel uncomfortable in relation to their own whiteness. Not just one about the Haitian Revolution, which we definitely need. We also need movies about other forms of black liberation, other forms of indigenous liberation, and none of them need to have sympathetic white characters. For over 20 years, actor Danny Glover tried.
So this is the crazy part. This is the part that y'all don't understand. And I said, today, if we really got together, what we can do. Do you know what I'm even saying, people? Let me move this out the way. Give me 1 second. They have to do these things. This is called the TV Arabs, bro. That's called the TV Arabs, right? This is the TV Arabs. Where's my other one at? My unknown Arabs is floating around here somewhere. But this is the Arabs of Sudan, the original one. And this is the Arabs of West Africa, right? So my other one, the unknown Arabs, is around here somewhere. So the crazy part about Hollywood, right? They got to do all of this, brother. Do you know? I had a conversation with Danny Glover twice. Did you know that, bro? Twice.
I knew about one of them because I remember you talking about the marksman.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Danny Glover. I'm gonna tell you the two stories about Danny Glover and why this is important. This is the second time I met Danny Glover. So we were laughing at this conversation. So I met Danny Glover first. He was with his I think his granddaughter or his grandson. We was in a juice bar in Harlem, right? This is in LA. And I remember sitting with Danny Glover, swearing I'm educating him on something, brother. It was funny as hell, man. And I said, well, Danny, do you know about the Moors? And what Danny Glover told me, he said he laughed. Never forget, he laughed. He's in Juice Bar, the original Juice Bar. And he laughed. He said, I'm a marksman. The shit he said, right? I said, oh, you mean Karl Marx? So he started laughing. He looked at me like, what do you know about that? I said, oh, yeah, you mean Karl Marx. He was a Moor. You do know that, right? So most people don't even know that Danny Glover was a marksman. So most people think it's a mark. You know what I mean? Like a mark. No, he was talking about Karl Marx. This is what he was talking about. Karl Marx. I'm going to show you how deep this thing is, bro, with the Moors. And y'all can debunk me. Look up Karl Marx's nickname, Jarrell. Look up Karl Marx's nickname. Just punching Karl Marx nickname. I'm going to share something with you. This is, and when I met Danny Glover this day, it was so deep that he said, brother, you sharp, you have a very, very bright future. I never forget, look how short my hair was. And then he gave me his phone number. So he was like, y'all are the ones that's going to have to lead the way. Y'all are going to have to be the one that leads the way. And as I'm sitting with him, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Look up Karl Marx's nickname. Watch. You can just Google it. Karl Marx's nickname. You know, he's mentioned also in Carter G. Woodson's book, The Miseducation of the Negro. Did y'all know that? He's mentioned in there. Let me know when y'all find it. Nobody, I don't have no sponsors yet to go to Chicago yet, brother. So I understand. I guess we won't be participating in Chi-Town. So let me know when you find Karl Marx.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
Oh, you did? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that? His nickname was the Moor. Woo! So I'm sitting with Danny Glover, and we going back and forth in the juice bar in Harlem. So we having this discussion about the Moors. Like, we sat there for like a whole hour. And the funny part was when he said, I'm a marksman, and I told him about being on the upper echelon, either you on the low, if you're in the middle, you can only do what? Like the movie, Which Way Is Up? You can either go up or you can go down. If you're in the middle, nobody knows that you're doing bad. Nobody knows that you're broke. But if you up here and you drop, then niggas gonna watch it. They're gonna say, oh, nigga, okay. Wow, okay, that nigga ain't got what he thought he had, because you only get $1 per album, my nigga. So none of these rappers that y'all cheerlead is rich, nigga. They're not famous. It's the DJs that makes them famous, like me. I am the MC that makes the artists. Are y'all follow me? So the whole conversation I was having with Danny Glover in Harlem, And then we bumped into each other again, and we was having this beautiful discussion about the Moors again. And he said, you have a very bright future. It's up to you. It's y'all that's going to make this change. Carl, he is a marksman, Danny Glover is. So imagine sitting with an icon like that who was trying to do a movie on Haitian revolution. You have to have a European inside these movies. That's why you never see Sabir being wanting to be a part of none of this. Now I'll be in the background for a minute. I'll be consulting in the background. That's what I would do. But study Carl. I bought this in when I was in the UK. This is the one I bought in the UK. I remember that night it was raining and I was running around trying to find Karl Marx's book. And this girl that was in the store in the UK, she said, see, this African sister was in the store. I was in the UK. She said, what do you know about Karl Marx? This is what she said to me. No lie. This girl, bro, in the UK. And I never forget, it was raining out. And as I'm running around trying to find, Karl Marx's book, because I wanted to go to his to the cemetery. And I remember running around and there was a bookstore in the UK. And I ran to the bookstore to, because every time I go somewhere, I try to find a book. So while I was there, the girl, sister, she asked me, she said, what do you know about Karl Marx? I said, I don't supposed to know about Karl Marx. Like, really? You know I'm not black. I'm a Moor. You know that, right? So you know me. I get into conversations with these people all the time. So I bought the book. And I think I was going back to Manchester. I went to London. I went to London part somewhere, and then I was going back to Manchester. So my point is having this conversation with Danny Glover, and we again was talking about the Moors. When you sitting around these people, brother, you suck up their knowledge, brother. I'm gonna show you another brother that's in this conscious community. Both of these cats was like, they was in my head like, yo, bro, take it in. You know who that is too, right? That's Bill Duke. You know he's pro-black, right? Bill Duke, another guy. We all talking, having a hella conversations about these things, about the Moors. You can't be in a room with me without talking about the Moors. You got cats speaking about the Moors and truly don't know anything about the Moors, brother. Nothing about the Moors.
Ain't that the truth?
Tell me about it, brother. But I'm being real. But yet, Marquette is charging $400 for 30 minutes. Can I get $400 for 30? I've been on here longer than 30 minutes. And if, oops. Hold up, my daughter. I gotta deal with my daughter. Give me 1 second. Watch this. Watch the routine. Hold up 1 second, bro. I gotta do this real quick, brother. My daughter just tried to FaceTime me.
Call ended.
I hate when that happens. Okay, so let's continue. Are we here? Are we good? Okay, so Marquette is asking for $400 for 30 minutes, right? So let me share something with y'all. Give me 1 minute. I bet you she wants something. I got to get her burrito. I got to deal with my daughter's burrito, bro. I have a little Mexican daughter. It's like, I'm just joking. But where was I at? And it's weird. It's weird. Sometimes my children's moms look at the videos and they don't. You know what I mean? At the same time, if that makes sense. But you got to still do parenting, whether you or not. So let me play something for y'all. Give me 1 minute. Let's go here. Let's turn this off. So remember payola, people. Let's go here. Let's move this out the way because I'm doing this, brother, because all of these are going to be shorts, brother Jarrell. All of these are going to be shorts. I did one on Cordoba, so now I'm going to do one on Granada, and I'm going to do one on Seville. What these cats are? The footnote. So that's the Great Alhambra, y'all. That's inside the Alhambra. I'm gonna show you all of these things. I love these brothers. I love what they're doing because I'm gonna show you me inside these places. This is what I love. So whoever's putting these videos together, I know it's not a so-called black person that's here, brother, but I love what they're doing. But do you see the scene, brother Jarrell, when they was giving the key up to the Alhambra? There's a when I was in Toledo, Spain, there's a whole monument there, bro. I'm not lying, in Toledo, and it showed them giving the key to Ferdinand and Isabella, right here. Don't nobody give y'all this type of information. This is one, right? So, because this is the thing, and I'm gonna bring it up from the past to the present, bro. When we are trying to get into with these Europeans, they're not going to tell you the history. So they F you at the end of the day. They're going to get you at the end of the day because you desperately trying to be a part of them. This is another one, Ferdinand and Isabella. Ferdinand and Isabella. So they don't want to hear it from somebody who was there. Maybe they'll hear from him. Maybe they hear from Kaba. You ready? Maybe they hear this one right here, bro. Give me 1 second. Maybe they'll believe this one. Let's open up the lines, code. Come on. Kaba don't even mess with me no more. That's crazy. Hold up.
To pick and choose so he knows that he will be in the future as well. Even if he doesn't know the language of the technology, even if he doesn't have
watch this
framework for it, he sees, I mean, what he says about you, Amadeus, is like, okay, this guy, Philippe, he's a genius. When he was telling me about what was going on when you guys were filming and shooting this was before I met you and claimed you as my son and started looking at, paperwork and DNA samples and stuff and trying to get you on board. So that's my prodigal son right there. That's my seed. So when Cabo was telling me, man, we're doing stuff, man, and he showed me some clips and this stuff has never been done. And I couldn't wait to see the trailer. And of course, I couldn't wait to see the movie. So Cabo, talk to us about your journey with Amadeus. You know, I met you because of Hidden Colors 1 that Tariq Nasheed did. You remember you were telling me the story about how we were talking about how our people, some of our people steal our stuff. And they stole a lot of your stuff and put it up on YouTube. However, what they put up on YouTube is what Tariq saw. And Tyreek said, let me call Cabo when he started to do Hidden Colors. And then it just began to have a snowball effect. Walk us through your journey, brother, from the time that you started this to where you are now with Amadeus, with this video streaming, and being really on the cups, but right in the heart of this new African Renaissance.
Listen up.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it. First,
I got a call one night. I was driving. I got a call from Sabir Bey. And Sabir Bey told me that Sabir Bey is a scholar, particularly in the Moorish tradition. I had met Sabir in the 90s.
Just run it back.
Of this new African Renaissance.
Listen up, bro.
I got a call one night. I was driving. I got a call from Sabir Bey. And Sabir Bey told me that Sabir Bey is a scholar, particularly in the Moorish tradition. I had met Sabir in the 90s.
Did he say the 2000s or the 90s?
He and another brother, Noah, had brought me out to Philadelphia to do some work. And I did a presentation. That's where I first met Sabir. Through the years, Sabir and I have spoken, going back and forth. Sabir Bey called me up and said, yo, there's a brother that's doing a documentary, and he's interested in you being a part of it. And I said, okay. And he said his name is Amadeus. And well, he actually told me his real name, you know, the name I went by before Amadeus Christ. And so I said, sure, well, why don't we, you know, tell him to call me. And what happened was he said, I'll do one better. Let's do a conference call. So we did a conference call. Amadeus was on the line. We started talking. And then all of a sudden the line broke.
Are you catching this, brother Jarrell?
Yeah.
Yet? So if Carbon knew me since the 90s, right? And Tariq tell you that Sabir is nobody because Sabir don't pay for followers and Sabir don't talk craziness, right? But if Kaba said that I was a scholar in the Moorish history, the nigga, what? Hold up. Should we rewind that back one more time? Have you noticed that they're not going to have me on their show, not even Philip Matthew? Now I'm gonna tell you how this go. Okay, let me explain to you how this will go. If somebody mentions someone, right, that is a supposed to be scholar in Moorish history, you would seek that person out, right, to figure out what do they really know, or is it really about this information, or it's about, oh, if Sabir come here, he might take my audience from me. You think that's what it is, brother? So if that's the case, right, if Kaba, the one that y'all watched, this brother right here, my brother, this one was in New York. This one is called The Science of the Moors. That's Kaba now, right? So this is the video that he's talking about. I'm the producer of this, Out of Darkness. Right? So the crazy part is, if Kaba said this, what is it about Sabir then that these cats don't want? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. So let's go back one more time. He didn't say the 2000s. He said he met me in the 90s, nigga. Let's go back one more time.
Tariq Nasheed did. You remember you were telling me the story about how we were talking about how our people, some of our people, steal our stuff.
And it's not stealing. Let me be real with y'all. But Tariq, I could say Tariq stole this information. Tariq don't know anything about history, bro. Trust me, he knows nothing about history, family. He stole my stuff. You heard Dr. Phil say the same thing. But this is the reality. This is what is really happening. So let's move forward.
And they stole a lot of your stuff and put it up on YouTube. However, what they put up on YouTube is what Tariq saw. And Tariq said, let me call Cabo when he started to do Hidden Colors. And then it just began to have a snowball effect. Walk us through your journey, brother.
Let's pause that. So I was the first person that was in Hidden Colors, for y'all that don't know. That's my name right there. You don't go get a nobody to pee in Hidden Colors. I didn't get paid for that. So I was the first person in the first Hidden Colors. There's everybody that was in there. Y'all get it? Oh, I told you I got receipts, brother. You don't want to go. Y'all don't want to do that. Let's move forward.
from the time that you started this to where you are now with Amadeus, with this video streaming and being really on the cups, but right in the heart of this new African Renaissance?
I got a call one night. I was driving. I got a call from Sabir Bey. And Sabir Bey told me that Sabir Bey is a scholar, particularly in the Moorish tradition. I had met Sabir in the 90s. He and another brother, Noah, had brought me out to Philadelphia to do some work. And I did a presentation. That's where I first met Sabir. Through the years, Sabir and I have spoken, going back and forth. Sabir Bey called me up and said, yo, there's a brother that's doing a documentary, and he's interested in you being a part of it. And I said, okay. And he said his name is Amadeus. And well, he actually told me his real name, you know, the name I went by before Amadeus Christ. And so I said, sure, well, why don't we, you know, tell him to call me. And what happened was he said, I'll do one better. Let's do a conference call. So we did a conference call. Amadeus was on the line. We started talking. And then all of a sudden the line broke, got disconnected. Next thing I know, Amadeus is calling me personally, same time, right after it broke. And so we started talking. That was the beginning of our conversation.
How many of y'all knew this conversation? How many people really knew this, Jarrell? But you think I'm tripping. This is why I said, brother, I didn't get into this for followers and y'all to like me. I didn't. Let me go somewhere. Let's go to Granada for a second. Now, remember what I told you about Granada, right? This is Granada. You would think that somebody would want to say, yo, let's talk about this for a minute. So that's the Alhambra right there. I'm going to give you different angles of the Alhambra. Where I'm standing at right now is St. Nick's, bro. That's St. Nick in the up at the Alhambra, right? At nighttime, the lights light up at night. You can see the Alhambra light up. Let's move a little further. Let's pull up some more. Give me 1 second. Anybody confused about something, please let me know. And if you was in Granada, right, you will probably never would find this particular area, brother. Let me show you how deep this was. Remember I told you Africa was part of Spain? Spain was part of Africa. Now, you can look this up right here. That's called Carmen S.M.E de Africa. Somebody please Google that so y'all won't think I'm making these things up. I just want y'all to understand this is real time, real research, real scholarship. So this was it's called the Port of Africa. This is not too far from the Alhambra, bro. And this is, if you notice, it was at nighttime. I was over there by myself and I was just walking around in Alhambra in Granada. This is about the second time I was there. And as I'm walking around at nighttime, it had to be like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning as I'm walking around. And I just happened to see people walking up and down. I said, yo, could you take a picture of me real quick? Because I looked up and I said, the Port of Africa? Nigga, I'm appalled. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? So if you know the history and the distance between Africa and Spain is right there, bro. Like literally you could take a ferry over that joint. But that's what I saw when I was walking through there. So I'm not going to give up too much, but I'll give y'all enough so you can do your research, or we can set up a presentation on all of this, bro. And I got a whole lot more to this, brother. So look up Carmen S. Maria de Africa and tell me where it's located at. And trust me, you would literally have to put your walking shoes on, Jarrell, to figure this out. You got to walk around for a while to try to find this. Let's move forward. So let me tell you how crazy this was. I forgot where these people was from. Let me tell you also how ill this was when I was in there. When I was in Granada, right? And again, people, I've been here. This is nothing. I've been here multiple times. I used to stay in Granada for like a month and a half, 2 months, nigga. Like literally in Spain, going up and down. So when I was there, I would always now I don't even wear my fez as much as I used to. But when I was there, I would walk through the Alhambra with my fez on. Yo, Jarrell, when I tell you, bro, when that mother freaking tussle was going back and forth, you'd be surprised how much money I made just walking with the fez on my head. Now, pay attention to what I got on, okay? This couple was from Italy, and the dude asked me, he said, "Could my girl take a picture with you?" They paid me 40 euros too. Again, remember, you see the Alhambra behind us, right? We inside here. The Alhambra is big. So this brother said, "Can I take a picture?" Because they was following me the whole time I was in the Alhambra, and he was like, "Yo, can my girl take a picture with you with the fez on your head?" So I started giving them the history about the Moors, about who was there. They already knew the history because they was from Italy, right? So every time I'm here, I'm repping the Moors abroad. So they would pay me 40 euros. 40 euros is $40, people, for y'all that don't know. So I would get paid from them just alone for me doing stuff like this and then giving them the history. Let me show you another one. How crazy this is. This is all in Granada. So let's bear with me one second. This is also Washington Irving. Who was he? This picture also, I was paid $40 to talk about Washington Irving. Most of y'all don't even know who Washington Irving is. But if you study Washington, I mean, y'all know him by Sleepy Hollow, right? So a couple paid me also, again, to give them the history of Washington Irving. Do you know that the United States government paid him to go have the Alhambra opened up? Did y'all know that? How many people know who Washington Irving is? But the only thing you know about him is what? Sleepy Hollow. So they take all your stories, right, and flip it. So the whole headless horseman taking the head off and cutting the head off, it's a whole story behind that. We'll get into that another time. So being in Granada, this is outside the Alhambra. That's outside the Alhambra. So for y'all that don't know, let me help y'all out. That's Tales of the Alhambra. That's Washington Irving. Where's Washington Irving? That's another one floating around here somewhere. This is Washington Irving. This is Washington Irving. This is Washington Irving too. The Alhambra told the children. Damn, boy, these cats, you gotta understand. Yo, read this book. He said, when you read this, read it again and remind yourself. That's what it says in the book. So that's Washington Irving. I told you, pick any subject. We can go there, brother, and have a conversation on this. But let me show you something else. Because you don't understand really what went down, brother. So they made a room because Washington Irving stayed inside the Alhambra. And I'm going to show you something, Jarrell. He stayed there. And I was trying to figure out how. I wouldn't stay there, though, anyway. So this is Washington Irving's room that he stayed in. That's inside the Alhambra. They named the room after him. This is how Europeans stick together. You get it? And there was a couple that was there, two sisters that was from the Caribbean, asking me, well, who was he? And I had to give them the history while I was standing there, but who this man was. But I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't stay in it, bro. Let me show you something. I'm gonna be a buck with you, bro. Let me show you what it looks like inside there. I'm not even gonna lie, Jarrell. Look at this. It'd be some crazy stuff flying in there. I'm gonna take you on the inside of the Alhambra. Where's the windows at? Yo,
crazy.
Yo, let me tell you how crazy this was, bro. Like at nighttime, it'd be some things flying in that motherfucker, nigga. Yo, it'd be they said there's things flying in it, but you can put like a blanket or something up there. I don't know what they use, but it was so crazy. I said when they said he was living in there, I said, nigga, how did the Moors do this? Like, no, how did that happen? Like, you know how ill this was, bro? Let me tell you how ill this is. I'm gonna give y'all some more stories, right? Have you ever noticed down south, right? Down south they have the windows like lowered to the ground. You ever see those windows like you can sit on the ground, like sit on the floor in your house and you can look out? See, ours are raised up a couple of inches. Have you noticed that? If let me see, you know what I'm talking about, right? So certain stuff is raised, right? So it was leveled, floor level. That's what this was, because the Moors would sit here. They would sit there on the floor and look out. Crazy, bruh. Crazy as hell. So I said, Washington Irving stayed there. I was like, nigga, no. At nighttime, nigga, I was walking around the Alhambra at night, and you be hearing some crazy stuff at nighttime, bro. You would hear some crazy, crazy things going on at nighttime, brother. But I said, this is how we were, right? So let me show you a little bit more. Give me 1 second. And we're pulling out. I'm gonna show you how many times I walked around this place, brother, and how Washington Irving was paid to go there. He was paid to go there. Give me 1 second. Let me find this other one. Do I even have it up here? This one right here. So even down to this is my brother. His name was Muhammad. He's from Senegal. He lives in Granada. So peace, family. This is my brother Muhammad. As I was walking around, every time I would walk right through here, and this is how dark it is. If you walk now, mind you, we down here, you will have to walk all the way up here, and it's crazy when you walking up there at nighttime. So brother Muhammad would always see me because I'm the only person that's walking in Spain with a fez on my head, bro. I was the only person walking around with a fez on. So brother Muhammad would always catch me and always say, yo, you want something to eat? He's working in a restaurant. He's from Senegal. So he will always say, you want something to eat? You want some watermelon juice? Because watermelon juice is popular out there. So fresh watermelon, not the artificial. So he was like, you going up to the Alhambra again? Because there's different ways you can walk up to the Alhambra. So I would walk up there at nighttime. And it would be like, honestly, brother, but it would be so peaceful. And nobody's looking at you sideways. Nigga, what you doing out here 1 o'clock in the morning, nigga? What you up to? And the crazy part is people will walk past you and say, hola. Women. 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, women will walk past you and they say, hola. Not like in the States, I'm going to crunch, I'm going to hold this. No, nigga, it was peaceful. And everyone speaks to you there, bro. Don't let these people lie to you, B. I can tell y'all the stories of when, and this is not the first. I've been to Granada multiple times, brother. I've been to Spain, up and down. I'm going to do one on Spain. Granada, Seville, and Cordoba. I did one yesterday on Cordoba. Go check it out. Even though the internet was acting up, I did one on Cordoba. So Washington Irving was paid by the United States government to go get the Alhambra opened up. But y'all Negroes pay for lies. You wouldn't pay for this. Let's go a little further. This is the books I had with me. One is called The Moors in Spain, and this is The Unknown Arabs. This is the books I had with me when I was traveling. I bought this one in Spain. So let me go over here for a second. This is Washington Irving's book, right? Wait a minute. In the 8th century, the Moors arrived. In the 8th century, the Moors arrived. Their religion was Islam. We call them Muslims or Mohammedans or Saracens. Then it goes over here that says, and tell me if this is not what's happening with us right now, brother. They fought amongst themselves and the Christians and lost their sense of unity and split up into multitude of small independent kingdoms called taifas, which is tribes. And needless to say, that the Christians took advantage of this to reconquer their lands. Damn. Look at what we're doing today, bro. And all of y'all are part of it. You know what's wrong. You know that the universities is lying to your kids or your children that's in these universities, but y'all go along and get along. So that's a book that I brought back when I was there. All this is Washington Irving. That Europeans will pay me when I'm over there, but you wouldn't pay me to tell you this. So this is the book. Let me open up this book to show you what it says in here. When you have finished seeing all these wonders, repeat within yourself, I must go back. I must go back. This is a children's book. And it's in every language, French, Italian, you name it. But we don't want the truth. You want sensationalism. Y'all don't want truth. So if you know this history, brother, this is why I don't go back and forth with these dudes, brother, because I know what they're looking for. They want attention. Everybody, I agree, everybody should be getting paid, no doubt. And everybody keeps saying, Sabir, you should have more money. I don't have no money like that. But everybody always say, brother, you should have that money like that, brother. No, you got to be a con artist or a scam artist. You got to be, yo, brother, I charge you $400 for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? But nobody wants to really back the real information about the Moors. So, one more time, I bought this in Spain. I bought this one in Spain. Hard copy. I bought this one in Spain. You know what that is? That's the Lion's Gate, bruh. Let me tell you how crazy this is. When you study the history, they said they could never, ever remake that Lion's Gate. Let me show you what I'm talking about, bro. They could never, ever redo that again. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Now, for people that live out here in California, I don't know how many of y'all ever visit the Irvine Spectrum. You saw me up there. I did a video up there, bro. The Irvine Spectrum.
Yeah, that's the one with the fountain, right?
Yeah, it is right there. Yo, bro. Yo, I'm gonna see if I can pull something up. Give me 1 minute, man, because I don't think this one is up there. Give me 1 second.
And it's crazy. It's a film company called Lionsgate.
Oh, think about. I didn't even think about that, bro. You are absolutely right. There is a film company, right? They could never remake this again. The Moors wasn't. How did you get water into all of this, brother? This is the ill part, right? Give me 1 second. Let me find the other one. Let me show you how deep this is, bro. Let's go to the Lion's Gate real fast. Here it is right here. So this is the Lion's Gate. And I'm going to play a video if I can find it. I thought I sent it to you, Jarrell. I don't know if I did or didn't. And it was talking about how they could never remake that again. Did I send
Yeah, I got that one.
I sent it to you. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up. Let me see if I can. I got to find your number on here. God darn, what is going on my computer? Give me 1 second. Okay, let me see if I can find it. You said I sent it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can scroll back and find it. No, this is not the one.
This market used to be Ocho.
Not that one. Let's see if I can find it. So they said that they could never remake that again. Hold up, where is it at? Damn, bro, I'm trying to find a video. No, that's not it. Well, I gotta find it. I don't even know where it's at. If you can send it to me again. So this is the Lion's Gate, right? In Cordoba, right? So let me show you what they tried to do. This is Irvine, California. Can't make this up, bro. Yo, they tried to duplicate. They tried to make it again, bro. Hold up 1 second. They tried to do this. Look, they tried to remake that. That's in Irvine, California. You see the lions? Nigga, it's a whole story how they did this. It's crazy. how they did this, bruh. So Irvine, California, they tried to remake this. You can never remake this. So even the palm trees that's here, the palm trees in California is not they're not from here. The palm trees are from Africa. So in Irvine Spectrum, y'all can look it up. You'll see it. So they try to remake everything pertaining to Africa or Spain. Let me see if I can find the YouTube on it, bro. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna give you a little history, all right? And it's ill. It's so ill how they did it, bro. This is the one. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Okay, so here it is. So I'm gonna show you how deep this thing is. Y'all ready? So I'm gonna pull the video up, and I could do a whole, like I said, man, I could do so much with the stuff that I got, brother, over the years, man. And if Chris, I don't know why Chris didn't do it, but
over 700 years ago, the engineers of the Alhambra Palace built a fountain system that worked without electricity or fuel. The palace sat high on a mountain, 200 meters above the nearest river. To get water up there, they built a royal canal starting 6 kilometers upstream, using gravity and the natural slope to guide the flow. But fountains need water pressure too, so they dug a large reservoir on even higher ground. From there, a network of underground pipes delivered water to every corner of the palace. The most incredible part? The Fountain of the 12 Lions, a water-powered clock. Each hour, a different lion would spray water. At noon, all 12 lions would spray together. Then, a siphon system would drain the water and reset the cycle automatically. They even designed a vortex plus air pressure system to move water 6 meters uphill without any pumps, just physics. And the water features did more than look pretty. Can you imagine this? Over 700 years ago, the engineers of the Alhambra Palace built a fountain system that worked without electricity or fuel. The palace sat high on a mountain, 200 meters above the nearest river. To get water up there, they built a royal canal starting 6 kilometers upstream, using gravity and the natural slope to guide the flow. But fountains need water pressure too, so they dug a large reservoir on even higher ground. From there, a network of underground pipes delivered water to every corner of the palace. The most incredible part? The Fountain of the 12 Lions, a water-powered clock. Each hour, a different lion would spray water. At noon, all 12 lions would spray together. Then, a siphon system would drain the water and reset the cycle automatically. They even designed a vortex plus air pressure system to move water 6 meters uphill without any pumps, just physics. And the water features did more than look pretty. Can you imagine this?
Stop this, bro. They're not getting this science, bro. You really think that these cats can do this today? They study everything pertaining to the Moors, bro. They can't even they said they can't even remake this mug no more. They can't even do it no more, bro. They said the way this was set up and to go there, the Moors fountains are round. It's a round. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but they're round. So they understood how this worked. We just confused about everything that is happening. So when the Europeans was over there, which most of them go, right? They study physics. That's Moors all day. So being in here, brother, and seeing this and seeing all of these people that's in here, I'm trying to figure out where's the Negroes at. Where's the black people at in here? But then when you go to Irvine, California, you see it in Irvine, California. So they took your stuff, flipped it, and made a fake one in Irvine, California. And if you ever been to Irvine, California, you see who lives there because it looks like homes to some people. So that's the one in Irvine, California. It's not the same. It is not the same. Let me show you something else in Irvine. This looks like the Alhambra too, bro. All of this is the Alhambra. Can't make this up, bro. So if they don't like Islam, why do they have a whole history in Irvine, California? This is Irvine. That's the Alhambra right there. Irvine, California. Crazy, ain't it? Wait a minute. Let's go to the Alhambra. Let me tell you some history about the Alhambra. You know, if they wanted to flood the Alhambra, if the Alhambra got breached, this is how ill this was with the Alhambra. They can flood the whole, there's certain parts in here. Did you know that? If the Alhambra got breached, right? This is how cold this was. They could flood the Alhambra. So they had to get somebody to go on the inside to get the Alhambra breached. So they could flood this straight up, bro. Over this wall right here, this wall, they can flood this whole thing and drown you. This is how ill we were, bro. The Alhambra could never be breached. That's why they had to get a nigga, a Moor, a black man, an African to do what? Breach the Alhambra. And we still doing it to this day because we have not learned the lessons yet. So what do they do with us? They have us going at it with each other on social media. And some of these conscious cats do not want to have this conversation. Nope. That's not the conversation these conscious cats want to have, because we're still doing it because we don't know the history. And they would never teach this to your children in school. Never teach them any of this. So let's go a little further. This is, again, I'll be right back, Brother Jarrell. So please smash that like button, y'all. And let's bring some people in. Let's get some history lessons, because this is all going to be broken down in little snippets. So this is in the Alhambra book. This right here, brother. This is like, if you look at this, this is the justice. I think this is the justice gate, how the Alhambra was set up. So let me move this over here. Look at this. You see, this says the gate of the 7 floors. This is the access gate to the highest royal street. Do y'all see that? Let's move over here for 1 second. Oops, the legend of the Moors. They can't tell y'all this. The Moorish merchants. They can't tell people this. But you got all these cats that's claiming to know history about the Moors, but somebody who's been there, you don't want to talk to. Jarrell, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, brother. But I can do this all day. Share it out, y'all. Let's go.
50%.
Share it out.
iPad 107.
Let's go. I can do it all day.
We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. I come from a place where the lights are low down. Cats getting towed down. Order one more round. Live in the spot, all you got is more sound. There's when you spit your verb or your noun. Cats getting real on the mic, they all clowns. I'm hearing them squeal when I'm piping them all down. 22 years, I'm fighting for more crowns. When it comes to MCing, I'm all down. I rock big cities and I rock small towns. I get all around like a tour bus, flawless. All over the country they call us. Respect is enormous in the mall, they maul us. When they saw us, grab the cordless. I run down the short list. Live in the club, people bump this. Kenny Parker and Chris, it's gonna go like this. We can do this all day. All day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. Word. We can do this when the mic touch my finger, niggas, time don't linger. I bring the stinger, true bell ringer. I rhyme for mine, I'm not a bling blinger. After the show, my vibration lingers. Wisdom and overstanding, I will bring ya. Most of these rappers are just R&B singers. Pardon me, niggas, it's not that I'm bigger, it's just that I'm quicker at counting up the figures. Figure one, I figured that y'all all done, cause you figured the bigger the boom, the bigger the gun. But the boom was bigger than the career of pun. Now KRS-One is known by everyone. Them cats in the 90s chased the platinum, but now in the new millennium, no one's backing them. KRS-One, I'm the MC, Kenny P is the DJ. Let me tell you, we can do this all day. All day, all day, all day. We can do this all day. All day.
Hear it out, let's go. We can do this all day.
All day, all day. We can do this all day. All day. Let's rock out. We can do this all day. I got that funk in a trunk and a junk list. Y'all still laying up, I straight dunk this. You can't punk Chris. I could become that cat robbing you from the back if you really want this. Is that what you want? Is that what you wish for? Is that your style? Is that what you live for? What's that coke in the dish for? You think them diamonds help you live more? Get more. Your record company died and that's that. Studios collapsed, splat, and that's that. They blame it on the internet like that's a fact. But really too many of you groups was just whack. Take it back to Billboard issues back to back. Read them from 1998 going back. Cats only wanted they stack and that was that. They wanted pay. But for me, we can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day. All day. Real style. We can do this all day. Real lyrics. Kenny Parker, KRS. All day. We can do this all day. All day. We can do this all day.
I could do this all day. So never argue with somebody with their TV is bigger than their library books, their bookshelf. Why would I argue with any of these cats that y'all watch on social media? Let me see your library, bruh. That's what I would ask. Where you been? Pick your poison on any of these books. So I got a couple of more things I want to share with y'all, all right? And this is not even all my books, brother. This is not even all of them. So this is what they are afraid of, beloved. It ain't because Sabir don't know what he's talking about. It's that you don't want to sit in a room with me because I may upset the apple cart. So let's see if we can find some more of Washington Irving. How they hated. They hated the Moors, brother. Well, the Moors is the Moorish science top of America, brother. Noble Drew Ali. No, it's not. So Washington Irving tell you, this is before, there was no Noble Drew Ali at this time. No, it wasn't. The Inquisition was famous for the hatred of the Moors. There was no Noble Drew Ali at that particular time. No. But when you really gather this information together, brother, it start making a lot of sense. Start making a lot of sense. They can never tell you about who you are, brother. You know what I'm gonna do, Jarrell? I'm gonna go to a European, a so-called white person. I'm gonna ask them to finance me. I'm just come back and tell them crazy stuff.
Hey, you gotta get it how you gotta get it.
Gotta get in where I fit in, bro. I'm gonna go to the white man and just tell the white man, yo, could you pay me to lie to the niggas? What's up, Stan?
Peace, peace.
So these are news articles. This is the Afro-American newspaper that Langston Hughes wrote. And you still don't have our people want to talk about that. Langston Hughes wrote this in 1937, bro. This is my original newspaper, so that's him. Hughes found Moors being used as pawns in fascist Spain, but we still being used as pawns to this day in the United States. Ain't that kind of crazy? Because niggas are hoes, brother. And niggas are hoes. Don't get mad because I'm using the word nigga. You using the word black. What's the difference?
Yep.
Oops. Will Spain fall to the same Moorish tribes? Not tribes that conquered her in 711. Don't get mad because I used the word nigga. You should get mad because somebody using the word black on you. That's what y'all should be getting mad at. So let me show you this article up close and personal for this one. So we got all these smart, brilliant dudes in Howard University. All the smart. Somebody said the real Moore channel. No doubt. I don't know about the real Moore channel, but anyway. This is in 1938 about the Moors. Let me see if I can move back over here. Give me 1 second. This is in 1937, 38 to be exact. Will Spain fall to the same Moorish tribe that conquered her in 711? Crazy, right? But yet, we got all these smart people with the 1619 projects and all these beautiful people. And I understand some black folks are afraid. I'm going to be real with you, brother Stan and Jarrell. I understand they are scared. Seriously, they trust me. Because if you talk like this, you would not get the money and you would not get the platform. But the one thing, I was listening to this sister, right? There's a sister that moved out here from the East Coast. I think she was from the East Coast. And she was talking about this. She was talking about signals, right? Focus on the signals instead of the noise. Did I send that to you, Jarrell? I be sending stuff out to people I don't even freaking know.
Yeah.
But I don't even know who. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all want to see something that's crazy? Let me let you hear this sister's story.
I want to tell you guys a quick story time about learning to block out the noise.
I'm going to pause this for 1 second. If you read this book, listen to this, bro. This is how crazy I am. Focus on the signals, not the noise. The signals, not the noise. The signals. Y'all are worried about that's me in law libraries. But this is a hell of a book that the intelligent people read. Y'all smart. But let me let you hear this sister where she talked about the signals and the noise. Listen to this. We focus on
one.
Hold up. Give me 1 second.
My dream to live here. Prior to moving here, I worked for Express Clothing Store.
Hold on. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to go back to this, man. Give me 1 second. I want you to hear it from the beginning what she's talking about.
I want to tell you guys a quick story time about learning to block out the noise. 31 years ago, I moved to LA. I was 23 years old. It's always my dream to live here. Prior to moving here, I worked for Express Clothing Store in DC. I had only been there for 9 months, but I knew that I wanted to move to LA. So I told my district manager that I wanted to move. And she says to me, well, I can't make you any promises, but I can get you an interview. And I said, okay. This is the corner where I'm pointing to of Wilshire and Rodeo. There used to be an Express Clothing Store there, and that's the store that I said I was going to work in. So I had come out to LA that January prior to moving for the American Music Awards and had an amazing time. And I was like, I'm done. I'm moving. When I went back and told the girls in the store, they were like, oh, you have to be here for a year or 2 years in order for you to get a transfer. And I was like, yeah, okay. So when I came out to visit, I visited that store and I fell in love, because who wouldn't fall in love with a store in Beverly Hills on Rodeo, right? So anywho,
it ain't all that
fast forward, I moved on a Sunday. It was Mother's Day. I had my interview on Tuesday. The following Monday, guys, I was working in that store at the corner of Wilshire and Rodeo. I say all this to say, learn to block out the noise, okay? When God gives you a vision, that vision is for you. You cannot expect other people to see what God has given to you, okay? Plan your work and work your plan. But most of all, stop soliciting advice from people whose lives you do not admire and who haven't done anything, okay? Again, plan your work your plan, and block out the noise. And here I am, 30 some odd years later, still loving the fact that I took that chance to move to LA. Carry
Let me tell you,
on.
this is what happened with me. So Allah has a plan for everybody. You cannot be around people, bro. And this is what I'm looking at on social media. I've been out here for 16 years, bro. I just took it and said fuck it and moved out here. And I stayed low key, Jarrell and Stan, for a long time. I didn't want nothing in my name. No lie, I didn't want nothing in my name, bro. It was something that was preparing me, and I made sure my backyard was clean. No beating up no women, no homosexuality stuff, no sleep with a nigga. You know, none of this stuff. I'm like, because when you're on this path, brother,
Facts.
they're trying to find something on you. Or you follow me? They're looking for something that they can use against you. Nigga, I'm not an alcoholic, and I never did drugs. I smoked weed when I was probably 16, 17 years old. That's about the only thing I did. I never liked alcohol because my father was one. You follow me? So I don't drink and I don't smoke. So now what happens? They have to make up stuff on you, right? So this is why Eddie Griffin said, and I'm not knocking anyone who does that. That's you, Jude. That's just not Sabir. I know my mission. So I focus on the signals and not the noise. This is why they can't stand me, brother. And they tell you all they want. They can't stand you. They don't, oh, I ain't got nothing against them. No, they can't. And this is why you're not going to see me in the room with them. So you never leave this place clean, like Eddie Griffin said. Can I give you something else that was so crazy? How Michael went through what he went through, and Bam Bada went through the same thing because of niggas. So what they do, they would find something on you. I never want to be the one. I've been out here for, Bam gave me advice, right? And I never forget, he said to me, never ask nobody for nothing out there. All of these cats, they always would say that. Eddie Griffin told me never ask nobody for nothing out here because they're going to want something from you and you're going to have to pay up eventually. That's just the role. So I do stuff and I don't pay for blue checks. I don't pay for followers. I don't pay people to like me, but I understand the game. So let me show you something else about how we will down our people, brother. Listen to this about Michael Jackson. I want you to hear something else about Mike. Just bear with me 1 second. So when you're doing this type of work, Jarrell, it's very, very hard, brother. Trust me. It is so hard, brother, that our own people will do you dirty, bro. Act like they're your friends. That's why I said y'all better be very careful with me. And I'm going to go back to Granada real fast, okay? So I am the type of person that will bite, and I have a nasty ass attitude. So let me put this up here for you real quick to show you something about Michael Jackson and what happened. Let's let it roll, bro. Let's go, and we're gonna go back to Granada. And when you're dealing with this type of information, fam, believe me, make sure your backyard is clean, bro. Make sure your backyard is clean, because they're gonna dig. Listen up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up, and I want y'all to pay attention. These are lessons you can learn.
Suddenly, he was no longer the happy Michael that I used to talk to. He sounded depressed. I felt like it was over. Like there was no way he could come back from these terrible things being said. King of pop, rock and soul, Mr. Michael Jackson. Michael's first public appearance after his statement about the allegations was at the NAACP Image Awards, and that's the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I was in the audience. When Michael walked out on that stage, the house went crazy. Everyone was in support of Michael. No one wanted to believe these allegations.
For decades, the NAACP had stood at the forefront of the struggle for equal justice under the law for all people in our land.
And his speech was based on being a proud Black man and how, you know, we have to stick together against racial inequality and injustice.
Everyone is presumed to be innocent and totally innocent until they are charged with a crime and then convicted by a jury of their peers.
Oh, it was such a powerful speech with all of the stuff that was happening to the Black community. It felt like Michael's innocence was important, and it was what we needed. Everybody wanted him to be back on top. Everything was emotional. Talking to Michael was different because he was different. Suddenly he was no longer the happy Michael that I used to talk to. He sounded depressed. I felt like it was over. Like there was
this is what happens. These motherfuckers will create accusations on people, brother, and you will really be depressed. That's what happened to a lot of people.
Yep, that's exactly what they did to Mike.
Bam
Created.
too. I don't, like I said, like if you listen to that interview with DJ Red Alert and cool DJ Red Alert and Jamal, these niggas are miserable dudes. All of these dudes that you watch on these platforms, or did he do it there, Sabir? I don't know. I was not there, and you were not there. Don't pull out two people who are telling you this bullshit. You follow me? We don't know. But what happens, this is the thing about it, brother. Niggas, you know somebody that beat up their girlfriend. You know these niggas that's cheating on their wife. You know these niggas, right? You know them. But when Michael was trying to do, anyone who's trying to really wake people up, you're going to go through so much hell. This is, and I bless, I thank brothers like Mike and Bam and them to say, listen, nigga, watch out. Even my living brothers, Eddie Griffin, Stevie Wonder told me some things, nigga, I would never tell y'all until he leave. You follow me? So people do things because they want things, especially in this fake ass conscious community, the fake niggas. And they know exactly who they are because they're watching this video. And you can share this out to them. But the one thing I can say, brother, find some dirt on Sabir. Make it happen now. Michael told you, remember the time you and me in Spain. Mike was trying to tell people stuff, bro. Remember the time when you were great. So they have to have dirt on you, bro. They would never tell you stuff like this when I'm showing you. Never. Let me give you another one. Let's go back to Granada. I used to sleep out here, bro. No lie. How many people know about this place right here that I'm standing at? You know anything about that place, bro? That's a huge place. You know what that is?
Nah,
I used to sleep on a step right there. Literally, no lie. The air is so nice right there. I used to sleep there. I used to lay right on the step. I got a lot of footage of me sitting there, though. I mean, laying there. I'm gonna show you what it is, and y'all can Google it. Oh, it's a story behind this. But again, black folks don't want to hear this conversation either. I put it in. Hold on, let me see if I can punch it in. So I used to lay on this step, bro, and I literally got up that night, right there. Granada Cathedral. Do you know how big this place is, brother? Let me tell you something. It's built over top of a mosque. I don't know if y'all know this or not.
wow. That don't look huge, man. Look how tall that building is.
No one tried to get in your pocket while you were there. Nope. Never had that experience, brother. Never had that. Let me tell you something, the difference between, see, when I go places, I don't go places like as a tourist. This is the thing that people don't understand. Allahi, bro, I never had nobody. I never went anywhere from Alabama, freaking Louisiana, Texas, LA. I don't go nowhere as a tourist. Never went nowhere. If you know me, you know. They would. This is the crazy. Even when I was in Turkey, they can tell a sense, right? They can sense if you're a tourist. I never went nowhere. I go like I'm home, nigga. Nobody never went in my pockets. And this is the crazy part about, and that's the nigga or the negativity that niggas have over here. Because you go there with that mentality. I don't go there. I told you, focus on the signals, not the noise, bro. Focus on the signal, not the noise. You can look this up, the cathedral. Guess whose name is around the corner? From this place is huge, bro. And the steps is so clean. So around the corner is Saint Benedict. Who else? What else do we hear that from? Who else do we hear that from?
Saint Benedict. Saint Benedict. Oh man.
You don't know who that
Catholic,
is?
huh? Trying to think where I remember Benedict from. Oh.
Benedict Arnold was the guy in the Civil War who turned against America to fight for Britain.
Oh.
Benedict Arnold. You also have egg.
This is Saint Benedict right here. I'm going to tell you something. And actually, if you go to Florida, you'll find it. You'll find it down there too. Here you go, right here. His name is right here. Here you go. Look up Saint Benedict the Moor, nigga. Make it make sense. Y'all don't understand history yet? It's there. So if you go to Florida, it's the same thing. So Saint Benedict, because people think the Moors were just Muslims, though he was converted. Because when you stayed in Spain, you had to convert to Catholicism. That's what happened. Oh yeah, you had to convert. So St. Benedict Street is right around the corner. You can look it up online. And I would stay there because it wasn't like I was visiting there. I stayed there for months. For months, my nigga. So if you look up St. Benedict Street in Spain, you will literally find it. There you go.
That's wild. That's wild.
You don't get it? Look, an Afro-Sicilian. Francis, look at there. You don't know about the Sicilians yet? Y'all don't get it yet?
Sicilians or Italians, they was Moors. Oh my gosh.
Right there. Y'all don't get it. Hold on, let me show you something, how ill this is. The history is real. So when you go there and you stay there for a while and you know the history, oh, you should have seen how many cats was pulling me in those rooms. But they said, oh, you know about the Moors. That's why I just showed you. You will never learn that here. Never learn that here. Right? Watch this. I'm gonna take you there. Just bear with me. And I was on this island called Malta. Oh, it's a beautiful place, people. Y'all gotta go. You gotta definitely go. See, Europeans will tell you the story, but they will never tell you it's you black people.
Right?
They never tell you it's you.
They would never tell it.
Why would they? Watch this. You think I'm playing? And Quentin Tarantino, the crazy part about Quentin Tarantino, he's Sicilian.
You know,
Sicilians were spawned by niggas. Sicilian. Here's a fact. I don't know whether you know or not. I find that shit. I read a lot. You know, I read a lot, especially about things, about history. I find that shit fascinating. Here's a fact. I don't know whether you know or not. Sicilians were spawned by niggas.
come again?
No, it's a fact. Yeah. You see, Sicilians have black blood pumping through their hearts. And no, if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, you see, the Moors conquered Sicily. And the Moors are niggers. See, way back then, Sicilians were like wops from northern Italy. They all had blonde hair and blue eyes. But, well, then the Moors moved in there and, well, They changed the whole country. They did so much fucking with Sicilian women, huh? That they changed the whole bloodline forever. That's why blonde hair and blue eyes became black hair and dark skin. You know, it's absolutely amazing to me to think that to this day, hundreds of years later, that Sicilians still carry that nigger gene. Now this, I'm quoting history. It's written. It's a fact. It's written.
I love this guy.
Your ancestors are niggers. Hey. Yeah. And your great grandmother fucked a nigger. Oh, yeah. And she had a half nigger kid. Now, if that's a fact, tell me, am I lying? Because you're part eggplant. Oh. Hey.
You're a cantaloupe.
Crazy, right? So they tell you. So they don't just write these motherfucking movies just to be writing them. Let me tell you something. What does an eggplant
Put it in the movies.
What does an eggplant look like? What is a moolie? You ever look up the word moolie? Don't they tell you that you're fucking Muliano? You ever hear that? You're fucking moolie. So the darker ones are the Moors. Now, I'm gonna do I can do a video on all of it. Like I'm gonna do a video on Malta. I'm gonna do one on Seville. I'm gonna do a video on all of them, bro. Straight up. Like all the places I've been, and whoever's doing these little videos right here, oh brother, they helping me. Trust me, they helping me because I'm gonna give y'all, I'm gonna be giving y'all the real nigga, like for real. I'm gonna give you the video version, right? Who wants to have this conversation with your friend? Come on, baby. Yo, I can tell some black. What they try to think about that. Let me ask you, bro, real rap. What other channel you get this type of information on? Let's go. Let me know. Let me know, bro. Like when you go to these places, it will blow your mind, bro. On the real. So stop letting these dudes lie to you, bro, about who the Moors are. So this is another part of the Alhambra. This place was huge, brother. It was like a whole fortress. He said Taharka Channel. Taharka Channel is more Science Temple. He never even been to these places. Thank you, though, brother. I know it's a joke. But you can send it over to them. So this is the thing, man. Like, when you go to these places, brother, you really start seeing all of these things, man. Again, I can go on for days, brother. But I will probably come back later on and do another video on Seville. Did I do Seville yet? I did Cordoba yesterday, right? I did Cordoba. I did Granada. And I'm going to do one on Malta. I'm going to walk y'all through the whole history. So if you want more in details with Sabir, you can definitely reach out to me. Y'all can reach me, right? At SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. I could tell you a lot of stories, bro. A lot of what went down. So please don't let these people tell you that the Moors just was a religion with Noble Drew Ali. And I can just listen. I'm gonna do this right here, Jarrell. Throw all the books on the floor. Throw all my books on the floor. Let's go to work, bro. Let's talk about it. How you gonna go against me with all this information? You think I'm a YouTuber guy? No. And let me tell you something else, brother. I was trying to find the prison that was there. There's a prison that was there in Spain, right? And next to the Alhambra. Yo, ill as hell. Listen, let me tell you about this dungeon. It's in the ground, bro. They have to lower you down into the ground. Straight up. And they said all kinds of stuff be down there, be snakes and everything. Now I said, nigga, couldn't be no human rights in that motherfucker, nigga.
Crazy.
Yo, it was crazy because if you see the dungeon, I'm gonna see if I can find it. But there's a hole that they would drop you in, and they would lower your food there. I said, nigga, the fuck is this shit? Y'all would
that kind of torture is, man, that make jails like here look like heaven.
Brother, I told you I got stories, man. I got stories on top of stories, man, with all of this, fam. These people know your history. They cannot tell you. This is why they don't tell y'all anything about who you are. And you think the Moors started with the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated, Negro. No. Even the great Langston Hughes went to Spain and dug up some stuff. Let's pull up Langston Hughes for a minute. They're not going to tell you about this news article with Langston Hughes, but it's definitely at Yale University. It is definitely in Yale. Okay? The great Langston Hughes. He said, now the Moors have come again. Y'all better read it, man. It's not in Howard. Not in Howard, brother. It is definitely in Yale, though. They do have this article in Yale, and I do have the articles if anybody wants the articles. I got a whole lot of articles on the Moors, baby. Tell me if you find this article in Howard or Morehouse. Why is it in Yale? Why do Yale have it and Howard don't have it? So, I believe my mission is done right now as far as this one. But I'm going to do, and again, I can only give you a little bit, people. But if you want to have this conversation with me, let's have this conversation. And let me say this to y'all. Let me pull one more thing up before we move forward, just in case these cats in the background. Damn, 2 hours go fast, man. Damn.
Building and growing and educating, man.
Although the Moors have come to be identified as Muslims, the name Moor predates Islam. So just for the record, y'all, it predates Islam. So any Moor that's telling you that the Moors came and they was Muslims or Muslims, tell them to put up some money and go at it with Sabir Bey with some facts.
Ooh.
Please tell them, let's go toe to toe with me, and I can take you all around the world, baby, and back.
Put the gloves on. Put the gloves on.
It predates that. Now, that would take me to another half an hour if I were to talk about Islam. But Islam only means peace, people. That's all Islam means. It only means peace. So Moors, people, is not a religion. Moors is a race of people. So make that be known to people also. And these are different books that you can actually research, or you can actually book me. Do you follow me? So what we're going to do, Brother Jarrell and Brother Stan, we're going to see who wants to debunk me while I'm here, not when I get off here. Can we do that? Let's do this real fast while we do this. Let's see who wants to debunk me while I'm live.
Bring it to the cipher.
I take on anybody right now. And if y'all enjoyed this, people, seriously, please support it. Because if brother Marquette, and I gave y'all 2 hours of stuff you probably didn't, I guarantee you didn't even know. I can go deeper. But if Marquette can ask for $400 for a half an hour for 30 minutes, and I want to know, can I get a couple of $100 just for 2 hours? Okay, can I do that? So he asking for $400, but I want to know what will he be talking about. So he said, my man said, yo, Marquette, greatness, wonderful. Can you get up with interview with Sabir? Oh, nigga, that Sabir may upset. He might take my audience from me. You can book Mr. Burton for 30 minutes calling into his show for $400. So, oh my God. So listen,
that's
man.
Crazy. For 30 minutes, that's cool.
I done gave y'all 2 hours. So let's see if we can sow a seed on this. And now we can have this conversation. Y'all can just pick whatever subject y'all want. And I can rock out, big. So please, people, don't be those cats, okay? Be on the right side of history, fam. Let's get on the right side of history. So anybody that wants to try to go toe-to-toe with me, please feel free. I'm fine. All you got to do is put a couple dollars up. And again, let's get this thing popping at my brother Yoel's Underground Bookstore in Chicago. Shout out to my brother Yoel. If you don't, let me see if I can pull his store up real fast. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get my brother Underground Bookstore. Let me see. Where's Yoel at? Let's go to Underground Bookstore. Where we at? Here we go. Oh, we got the website up here too. Okay, player. Let's pull up my brother Yoel's Underground Bookstore. I would love to do something here at the Underground Bookstore, but if y'all are in Chi-Town, support my brother Yoel. He has books that will blow your motherfucking mind. I can do a whole lecture just in his brother's bookstore. So y'all do me a favor. Call the brother. Underground Bookstore. Any book that you're looking for, believe me. It's 1727 East 87th Street, Chicago. 773-768-8869. 773-768-8869. That's the number, and this is the store. So support my brother, and let's get this thing popping. So I would love to do something here. If I get a sponsor to fly to Chicago, we can do a meetup for 2 days. Okay? Holla at your boy. All right? So no matter where you at, and yes, he ships globally. And let me give another shout out to my brother my brother Hanif Shabazz from All Dumb DVDs in Philadelphia. He's an archives brother. All Dumb DVDs. So if you would like to be a sponsor, bro, feel free. My email is right there. Set it up. You ain't got to like me. Just debunk what I'm saying. And I don't have hatred for nobody at all. Hatred is not even in Sabir Bey's vocabulary. So, brother, I got to recall my children. So, don't go nowhere yet, but reach out. Sabir Bey Radio. I do have Chime, Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelly. You name it. It's all there. Okay? Don't go nowhere yet, but reach out to my brother Yoel.
iPad 107.
I know it's torture to mess with me, boy, ain't it? Torture.
so evil, so bad that even hell was on it. Every single step was trouble for the fool who stumbled on it. Eyes within the dark were watching. I felt the sudden chill of danger. Something told me keep on walking. Told me I should not have gone there. But you could be like a knife. Ooh, got your love in my life. I'm walking the night, 'cause I just can't stop this feeling. It's torture. It's torture. It's torture. She was at the steps of nowhere, a room forever I remember. She said it's so I should have known her. Tell me what's your pain or pleasure? Every little thing you find here is simply for the thrill you're after. Loneliness, your heart's on fire. I'm here to serve all masters. She said, bring out your tears tonight. When there's no love in your life, I'm mercy on us tonight. When you just can't stop this feeling. It's torture. It's torture. It's torture. And I still can't find the meaning, no, of the face I keep on seeing. Was she real or am I dreaming? Did the sound of your name turn the wheels back to blaming me? It's